me see him. Yes, sir. Give you a little belly rub for the love. Dude, let's do it. Woo! Woo! I'm pumped! I am pumped!
I'm glad the GoPro's running.
Oh. It may be my first, I think it is my first morning sit of the year, of this, no, first morning sit of South Dakota. So, things tend to happen on first morning sits. We'll see what the Lord blesses us with. Either way, I bet it's a beautiful morning and a beautiful time out here. Just a great time in His just handcrafted country. I got Eric with me today, so we're about to have some fun like we did last night. Man, there's some good marsh grass down there. Just no bugs. There's just a highway. Eric and I got down at the stand and started scouting some stuff behind us that we couldn't see. Found some real good trails with a lot of bedding and marsh grass. A lot of good tracks in it too. So we're trying to get us a good idea where we need to sit with the wind that's coming up and the temperatures that are coming up. But I think we just learned a lot of information, even though we didn't have the best hunt in the stand. Still call this a success. Learning something new. You see him? 50, 60. I've also often wanted to go hunt this line and sit somewhere about right there.
Do it tonight.
About to go see a big buck. Isn't that right, Eric?
Oh yeah.
Maybe shoot him. Eric and I are trying to decide on some trails. We've got a wind that might work. For this spot, but there's some other spots that it works good for that aren't near as hot as this. So we're sitting here ticking away at the clock. Gotta sit somewhere. Let's do it. Oh, God. Eric and I are sitting on the ground because he took too long getting ready. Oh, it's because it's public land and some other hunters that already had preset stands bumped us out of an area. I understand it's public land and we were there first, so we could have stayed, but I was trying to do the courteous thing, so we bumped out. And we had the option to move upwind. We didn't do that either. We came downwind to them, not to mess up their hunt, not to start any confrontation. And so Eric and I were just walking along these trails going out to this cattail and marsh grass, and there's some good trails heading out into it. We come across a really good scrape that's been worked today. Looks like by more than one buck. And there are no trees that we found that could work with the wind that we got. A lot of low limbs on the trees, real thick with leaves still. So we got this little embankment we're sitting in, and we got a scrape at 20 yards. And we got some hungry deer and some ag behind us. Sounds like a pretty good spot. straight frontal. He crashed into a ton of stuff. Oh my gosh. That's a big buck. Eric, that's a big buck. Let's go somewhere out. We'll look at it. Okay. Dude, there's turkeys right here. Yeah, those turkeys were pinned on us from behind, like sitting here keyed up, and that's what he was looking at. He was about to work the scrape, but I didn't think I had the strength to let him get to 20.
Let's go up here by the cedars and call Tyler.
Dude, I really want to celebrate like so hard right now.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know how good the shot is.
We'll look at it.
Dude, I'm gonna lose my mind if that's a good shot.
Let's go.
We're about to check out this shot, and I promise we will not celebrate without y'all, okay? Let's look at it real quick, and we gotta go make some calls. I'm pretty sure that ended perfect. Told y'all we wouldn't leave you out, but dadgummit, we just checked the footage. We just checked the footage. Eric, what is it? What is it?
Money.
It's money. Yes! Yes! Damn! Dude, the hole, once we got bumped out of that spot, Eric and I just started walking. I've been talking to God this whole trip. I was just walking along and we're like seeing trails, but they're not fresh. I'm like, God, just give me a sign. Show me where to sit. Whether we kill a deer or just get some sweet footage. I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as we're doing your will and spreading your word. And if somebody saw some cool footage of pheasants flying and heard us talking about God, that's all I ask. But my gosh, we just smoked a big buck in South Dakota. And it's all to him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Man, I buried that 30. I just was holding it and there was some grass in the way. And I was like, oh, I've got to slowly creep over. Just creeping. From the ground. From the ground, Eric.
I told you, man. You had a good shot at the ground.
What is it? It's dadgum ground killing goobers. Oh, man.
Time to make a phone call.
That's a good buck. Let's go up the hill so we can get some service.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
Don't be playing no tricks right now.
Who is this?
This is me.
This is KC.
No, it's not.
Oh, what are you doing?
I'm, praying.
You're what? I got a question for you.
Give me a question.
Do you have a game cart, baby?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Ground and pound.
Daggone it, dude. Have you pounded?
I'm pretty sure we heard him crash. I buried it in him.
Daggone it, dude. Good job, man.
Yeah, big 10 point.
Oh, congrats, dude.
Yes, sir.
That is awesome.
Yes, sir. Like he'll be the biggest buck we've pulled out of South Dakota so far.
Oh, baby, let's go.
Not
dude.
by much, but the biggest.
Oh, baby. Is it the one you saw this morning?
No, he's bigger.
Oh.
Don't you think? He's about the same size. He's not quite as heavy, but he's tall.
Wider.
He's taller and definitely wider.
God, yes.
Dude, he looks good.
Yes, sir.
He looks good.
Gosh, way to go, man.
So
I know that's awesome. That's an awesome feeling, dude.
Dude, and we're sitting here overlooking just this canyon and the mountains and the turning trees and the sunset. Dude, this sunset's gorgeous. God's just showing off. And
Yes.
and so, oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we heard him crash, but he ran back into the grass. So
Shot look good?
yeah.
Good spot.
Yeah, at 30.
Good job, dude.
He came in skirting an edge at 40, and I drew because I was like, man, I don't know if he's gonna come in, because we're sitting on a hot scrape at 20 yards, and it got worked a couple times today by multiple bucks, and so we're sitting there, and I go ahead and draw at 40 because he's acting like he's not gonna come here, and I got a gap, and I'm like, well, I'll just lob it in there. And then this sucker turns and keys up on some turkeys that are keyed up like 20 yards behind us. And we're sitting there, I hear these turkeys coming, and I'm like, dadgummit, they're about to screw this up. And they key up behind us and sit there. So then he starts getting weird because the turkeys are weird. And so I'm stuck at full draw, I guarantee you, for over a minute. I just lock my arms and set the bow down on my leg with it full drawn and just sit there. And he comes around and works through a couple trees and gives me one last, like he was coming to this scrape at 20 yards, but with him already being weird, I didn't think I could get away with it. And so I drew, and he stepped out at 30, and I just eased over and just put it in the best spot I could.
Let's go, dude.
But that's the longest I've ever been drawn, and like, so I drew, and it was probably 8 to 10 seconds before I shot, and I've never spent that much time on a pin before. Usually they get about 0.3 seconds before I'm hitting that trigger. Yup. So we got a celebration tonight.
Golly, dude, I'm about to have to order some pizza.
Yeah.
Free pizza.
Free pizza.
Free pizza, I love it.
I guess you didn't want to talk to me. I guess not. So we may have celebrated a tad bit early. Eric and I are headed to meet everybody else back at the church. Once we slowed the footage down frame by frame, that arrow's a little far forward in the shoulder. We're gonna go look at it, make an assessment, and I'm thinking we'll probably go look for him tonight, but if not, for sure in the morning. And so that's our plan right now. We'll see what happens. It's out of our hands now, isn't it, Eric? Yep.
See what happens.
Oh no! No! We're gonna redo that interview. Nope, we're redoing that. Guys, I cannot say that. Dadgummit, no! No! The first one to say it this season, Saison. Gummit.
This is fun.
I suppose y'all stared down each other for a little bit here.
Quite some time. I've drawn this whole time, trying to squeeze around some grass slowly.
Okay.
Okay, so like 243. Oh, that's a lot of arrow hanging out.
There's the arrow in the air. Here's the reaction. 30 yards is just duck central.
Look at that.
Oh.
Did it get inside? Or did it straight scapula?
I think it's nuck. But
if you want to feel better, just go watch my deer from last year. It looks pretty similar. Drops
Or
right
you could
into
just
it.
watch mine too. It looks just the same.
Well, I found mine.
Look how much arrow's sticking out. That's what I'm worried about.
can you bring that? Yeah. Don't it go over?
That's probably a little bit more penetration than mine got. I feel
I
like.
feel like you got some penetration there, but
That is a toad.
what's
Eric.
all flying off of him?
It's like cottonwoods. Fluffs.
grass seeds and
Milkweed.
stuff.
Golly, what a toad. Is he a 9? He's a 9.
Mhm.
Yeah, I thought he was a 10.
He's a toad. Good job, Eric. Golly, you killed the footage, man.
Yeah, he smoked the footage. I don't know. What do you think?
He's either dead or he's not.
Like I said,
What I'm thinking at this point.
Like, he's TTing right there.
Is there water out there? No.
I don't know. I mean, he's either gonna die from that, like he's already dead from that, or he's not gonna die from that. Is kind of what I'm thinking. As soon as he leaves the frame, he smashes a. I don't know.
Like that's
It's a big deer.
impact in the air. As soon as it touches, it goes to wildlife.
I think just a little bit bigger than the biggest one we've killed over here. That's a lot bigger.
It's a big deer. He'd look real good on the Element channel.
Hunter,
Put it real good on your wall.
What do you think, Casey? I mean, just shoot it to me straight.
I love you to death.
But you don't think?
I don't think he's dead, and
I don't
I'm
think so.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's. Cause watch right here, the arrow hits, and it's wobbling as soon as it touches.
Yeah, the way it stops.
It stopped as soon as it touched. But I have been wrong a lot.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to go look.
Do you want to go look tonight? You want to give him time?
The meat, I think, will be spoiled by morning if he's dead.
It's going to be pretty chilly tonight.
But he's in those cattails, balled up. I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Oh, I think you should let him sit. He might have. You shot him with Grim Reaper?
Yeah.
Might have poked his heart or something.
Just fling him in.
We got the lucky hat here, y'all.
Someone's a little more confident than I am.
You know, it's easier to be confident when it's not yours,
Yeah, definitely.
I think.
Looked at the footage last night, decided to wait overnight, and then we had to go find a different buck this morning. So now we're about to go find another buck, hopefully, and just keep loading up bucks in the trucks.
When he gets up, he's going to come straight out because there's only one trail.
This is news to me and I like it a lot.
He's gonna, like it's gonna, literally, like you're gonna kill bucks like that. He's gonna come straight out, hit the straight, and go straight.
It's a good tactic, dude. I like that a lot.
Share the information with him. Worked since we killed
I believe you.
or shot.
Let's go. We got good blood. I mean, not like guaranteed dead. I'm gonna hold Hunter's hand for a little longer. I see the rest of it now. Yeah, it's on, dude. This, I mean, we're at like a 6 out of 10 right now. Baby. 50% looks every time. sprayed. Oh my gosh. Eric, that was him.
I know.
He stopped right here. He died.
All night.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all don't know how much I've been praying. Just not even let us find him, but just let us glorify God in this video. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to put hands on him yet, because then it's over. Because then it's over.
He's a toad, dude.
I can't believe we saw that blood, and it was like, oh, the things have changed drastically. How far did he go?
Not far.
70 yards?
70 yards?
70 yards.
Telling you, I heard him crash and he didn't go anywhere. Like, you can hear him moving through this stuff.
Yeah.
We heard him walking.
That's the
through
one
it.
thing that gave me faith that the deer might be dead, that y'all didn't hear him moving around anymore.
Oh, dude, what a deer, man.
Congrats,
What
brother.
a deer.
Golly. Oh, I'm glad you're here doing this, man. That's freaking cool.
Yeah, buddy.
Dude. Greg?
Good job, man.
Chris?
That was awesome.
Oh. So Eric and I came down just about where we did and just started working our way north, looking for better sign, or the best sign we could find. We found some good stuff, got set up, or we're working on getting set up. Another public hunter came in that had a permanent stand there. And so we just obliged, and of course he had a stand there, so we came out and said, hey, we're gonna go south of you, that way we're not blowing our wind at you and blowing out, you know, whatever you wanted to hunt up here. So Eric and I started walking south. I told Eric this earlier when we were yesterday. I said, we're just walking this south line, and I was just like, God, just show us a sign, give us a sign. And we, like, I bet, I don't know, a couple 100 yards, and I looked down and there's that scrape, and I was like, that's it. Like, don't question, that's the sign. That's the one you want. That's the sign, don't question it, that's it. So we looked around. Our wind was very close to the trail, so we didn't hang, and we just tucked up in a little embankment. And like 7:08, 7:10, this guy came out, or it was about 7 probably, he came out of the marsh and stood behind that tree for 15 minutes. And then came out and just had to come look at that scrape. Just had to. So after that, it was the end.
Dadgummit, dude. He's big.
That was a lot of blood. Like, we found that first speck, and I was like, okay. And I was like, yeah, I see the blood, KC. And then I like looking at this other grass, and then
Were you wondering why I was so excited?
Yeah, because I just saw a speck. And I'm like, why is he so excited about a speck? And then I look, and I start seeing it sprayed, and I'm like, oh, that's good blood. Yeah. Oh, that's good blood. Oh, this is getting better. This is getting better.
He found dirt on a leaf and was like, this might be the right trail.
You know, as the deer's running, he's kicking dirt, especially when you got an arrow in front of you.
And then I saw a fresh print, and
there was another
this
print.
Is probably the one. He found a big one, you know.
A fresh print of Bel Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw Uncle Phil a while ago, so that makes sense.
Hey, don't look too hard. He's big.
Y'all want to see him?
I want you to show him to me. He's gonna be stiff, but he's in the shade. Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
Oh! Mud monster!
Oh
my
He
goodness!
is rough looking. That's a toad, dude.
That is a toad head.
Oh.
Hunter, that's sick, dude.
Golly, dude. What a stud, man. He just went jugular, man. That's exactly what I was wanting mine to have done, and it didn't.
I wonder if he shoved that in anymore.
Hit a tree and killed him. There's a very good chance that that's what happened.
Isn't that wild?
Look at the tip on that broadhead.
I know. That's
See it
why
bent?
it
Yep.
stopped. Dude, there is a decent chance that this deer
Hit a tree.
hit a tree, shoved the air further in him, and it killed him.
Because when we saw the footage, it was
like
here.
And
Yeah.
even just hitting,
Or
because once
falling.
it stopped hitting the cattails or whatever, just slice something real
Uh-huh.
quick. You know what I mean?
Well, he started bleeding right there, which makes sense too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said I
He
heard
didn't start
him.
bleeding until he got to the marsh.
I heard him
Yep.
hit something, and I think it was
you
that
did
tree.
say that.
I think it was that tree up there we heard him hit, Eric, and I bet that shoved
Hunter.
that vector in there.
This is a big old buck.
Golly, dude, just a toad.
DRT, dead right there.
He was dead on his feet, man. He just straight up landed right there in the grass.
These logs don't help.
Easier to drag out.
We gotta make a logging road to get this one out.
Dude's definitely a wide load. You have to have a permit to haul him out.
Evel Knievel! Boxed up, baby. Put him in a box. Send him home. He's done. Boxing him up.